The Snowflake War, open season on cisgendered men. Next.
This is Right Makes Might with Dr. Duke.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Duke. This is Right Makes Might. And we have another professor in the news. Professor Piper Heron, African-American professor of mathematics at the University of Hawaii, has made a bit of a splash by arguing publicly on her blog that the university systems in this country should no longer, under any circumstances, hire cis white males. A cisgender white male, if you're unfamiliar with the goofy terminology of the left, a CIS white male is a white male who is unapologetically, unambiguously heterosexual. And that's the main enemy. So she argues that universities should no longer hire them. The ones who already exist on university campuses should immediately retire their positions, resign their positions. They should no longer be allowed on any meaningful university committees that have any power to shape hiring or initiatives on the college. And what's really remarkable about Mrs. Heron, when you go to her university website at the University of Hawaii, you will find very little about math. She has her CV up there, but right now, she tells you, she's very busy finding babysitters, finding daycare for her kids. She's very busy fretting about politics because, Donald Trump is threatening her little math view of the universe. And finally, she's spending her time researching the history of social justice. In other words, we have a social justice warrior here masquerading as a math professor, using math as a tool to oppress kids, to indoctrinate them to her weird leftist view of the world. What does math have anything to do with this, you ask? Well, that's a cisgendered, patriarchal, white male question. If you happen to be a minority, a lesbian, or a trans woman, you would know how math is only math because white guys said so, and that when the trans revolution comes and gay and straight men are banished perpetually from the free world, math will become a free and open thing, kind of like social justice or women's studies, where anything goes all the time. And I want to use that as an opportunity to talk about a couple of other things. Take Tim Allen, conservative, Hollywood actor, the lead voice on the very popular Last Man Standing comedy show on ABC that was recently canceled, despite being the second highest watched show on the channel, and a show that has brought hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue into ABC, ceremoniously cut, despite its being at its fan peak. Allen himself points out that he wasn't even contacted by the network to let them know he was cutting the show. He was just let go. Take also the case of Bill O'Reilly, very, very popular talk show host, conservative, somebody who has a blustery, you might even say hyper-masculine way about him, and how summarily he was dismissed from his position on the basis of accusations, none of which has come to light yet. In other words, the argument that's being made on the University of Hawaii campus that cisgendered males are the problem is exactly what's happening culture-wide. It's the one demographic that you are allowed to discriminate against openly. We've got people in positions of extreme power, the people who educate our children, the people who process our media and determine what it's going to say and how it's going to say it, the people who run our campuses, all now believe that there's a certain demographic that it's okay to hate, a certain demographic that it's okay to discriminate against, a certain demographic who we can stereotype without any evidence, who we can accuse blanket across the board of all the world's evils, who do not get a hearing in this regard, who are simply guilty by the virtue of the color of their skin and their sexual orientation, that we can malign at every turn. It has to stop. And I'm calling upon not just the men who are proud to be men to stand up, because you won't be listened to. I'm calling on moms, sisters, daughters, aunts, nieces, those women who share our lives, those women who walk the path of life with us, who we help to support and help to support us. Stand up against this nonsense, because it really is out of place in American culture. If you enjoyed this video and all of our videos, please consider a tax-deductible donation so we can keep the whole thing free for you. I'm Dr. Duke. Thanks for watching.